Hello everybody, back at you again with another video. This is Nature and Cycling, back at you all the time, always back all the time, Nature and Cycling. Remember I always say this, you're attracting what you want, you attract what you are, you attract yourself, rude boy. You see, when you're low vibration frequency, all you're gonna know is everything a low vibration frequency. And everything that's there, it's always gonna be negative. It's always gonna look like a disaster, natural chaos and catastrophe in your life. Along you're on high vibration frequency, then everything around you starts to look good. You see, when you're high vibration frequency, everything looks like heaven, everything looks like wonder, everything looks like a miracle to you. You see, in this life right now, I know exactly how life is going for me right now. So it's all about me trying to manage the 4 dimensions inside of myself: the mental, the emotional, right? The physical, the spiritual, your mind, your body, right? Your energies, right? And your emotions. All these 4 must be managed. Yeah, maybe I didn't say it in the right order, but I say it again for you to understand it. You got the mental, you got the emotional, you got the physical, you got spiritual. In other words, you got your mind, your emotion, your body, and your life energies. You see, if these 4 ain't put into in the right direction, where they're all working for each other, everything's gonna be a disaster for you. You see, once these 4, the conditions are set for them, guess what happens for you? It means you have the least amount of friction in your life. You see, when your life has so much friction, that's when nothing ain't going for you. You see, when you're in misery, you're telling the body that you want to die. When you're joyful, you're telling the body that you want to live. You see, joy in your body is the least amount of friction. Misery in the body is the most amount of friction. That's why you can never run well in your life. You see, when I woke up today, I didn't know I was going to see today, right? I could have been dead today. I could not been here. But I woke up today. I got to see life today. So I have to give my thanks and be grateful for this. I was able to see today, able to hear, smell, taste, feel today, right? I could have lost any one of them senses before I woke up today, but it was all on, right? I could have lost the leg, I could have lost the arm, right? I could have lost the eye, but in the day, everything's all on. You see, in the day, right? We don't attract what we want. We're attracting what we are. We attract ourselves. You see, these are the things you got to understand. You see, when you have when you have expectation attachment to outcome and things don't happen the way you want it, that's when you end up going from optimistic to pessimistic. Because once you're optimistic, everything looks wonderful, everything looks great, everything just looks so good for you. You see, once that expectation attachment to outcome, right, don't happen the way you want to see it, guess what? You go from that to end up becoming pessimistic. And when you end up pessimistic, guess what happens? Everything looks like hell. Everything looks like a natural disaster. Makes it look like you sleep in bed with Satan himself, right? But in the end of the day, it's just the way how it is. You see, it's all about focusing on yourself, blocking out what don't benefit you, taking the things that benefits you. You see, when you see all the negativity, it's to learn from it, right? It's to get stronger, get more powerful, get more wiser. It's to come up and do better than yourself. You see, we're all getting older. None of us is getting no younger. We're all going to reach this certain point where we're going to have to make that change in our life, right? Yes, not everybody is able to have friends. Not everybody's going to be able to have that family. But sometimes it's just the way it is. Don't feel a way about it. It's all about improving yourself, right? Go on a holiday, see a new place in the world, travel across the country that you live in and see someone else new, see something else better, right? Don't sit there in your own mind thinking about things. You see, once you think, you're always going to keep thinking. You see, you got to take actions, because actions are the only thing that can deliver results for you. If you're not delivering results, you're never going to get nowhere. You're never going to have nothing good. So now, at the end of the day, it's all about you learning how to do better things in your life, right? Focus, do the right things in your life. Why? Because at the end of the day, not all of us are going to be here forever, right? When we go sleep tonight, someone's going to die tonight, where someone else is going to wake up. So it's down to you to do the best that you can. Why? Because we're only here for a certain period of time, and when our time is gone, our time is gone. So it's down to you to do what you wish you want to do. Do you understand, my friend? Right? Because we're not here forever. We all got our time, and once it's done. So we got to understand this. You see, the spirit inside of us is eternal. That thing never dies. It's the omnipotence. It's the omniscient. It's the omnipresent. It's the one thing that's always here. It's the one thing that's never going to go nowhere. It's the physical you got to watch out for, because this is the one what's only stays together for a certain period of time, right? And it's down to you to make the right things happen for you. Do you understand that, my friend? Because at the end of the day, when our time is done, our time is done. The spirit will leave and it takes on another body. But while I'm here, as this man, right? Who do you know as Nature and Cycling making this video? One day I'm gonna have to leave this body. I'm gonna have to leave this body one day. So while we're here, we might as well just enjoy ourselves and do what we're doing, right? We don't know who that next person is we're gonna come in the world as, or what we're gonna be in our next life. We don't know are we gonna come back as a human being. We could come back as an alien. We could come back as any extraterrestrial being. We don't know. But just remember, when you're in this time, well, you know, do the best you can. Make your family proud. Make your family proud, yo. If you got good friends, make them proud too, yo. If you got a woman, kids, whatever, make them proud too. Anything you want, you gotta have it in this life. You gotta have it. Because remember what I said to you. You're attracting what you want. You're attracting what you are. You attract yourself. It's all about getting yourself in the right place. You see, once you're able to have the competence, right, all desires can be acquired. You see, once your desires are far higher than your competence, are you meant to be able to acquire any of them desires? You can't acquire a single desire if your competence is too low. But if your competence is high enough, you can acquire any desire you set your mind to. That's the one thing that must be happening. That we must know and you must be aware of. You see, the problem is, you see some little thing happen, you get upset, you start complaining, you start getting miserable, and you think, oh, this is it, I might as well forget about it. No, get up out of your bed, yo, and go do it, go get what you want. Because the more you complain, nothing ain't gonna change. You can't change anything when you're just complaining, right? The only way you're gonna have anything in your life is to fix up your life, yo. Get out your house, right? Study something, right? There's always something. Use your imagination. From imagination comes reality. Do you understand? Right? Don't sit there and be that type of person that makes your dreams just remain a fantasy. If your dreams remains a fantasy and can never become a reality, then what good is that for you? It does you no good, my friend. If you cannot manifest what you want, then it's no good. Because remember, you're manifesting all the time, you're attracting in all the time. What the manifestation that you see right now, what you're attracting right now, you're doing it. You're doing it. You're keeping yourself here. See, the moment you change on the inside, it also has effect on the outside. Just like that. You see, what you think becomes reality. You got to be careful what you're thinking. You got to be careful in what you're thinking, my friend. Be careful in what you're thinking, because you manifest what you think. We're all getting older. None of us ain't here forever. We got to do what we must do and get ourselves better, right? Get ourselves better in what we got to do. Not all of us can be here forever. Not all of us can be here forever, right? There's sometimes you want to cry. There's sometimes you feel that pain. Sometimes you feel like you just want to break down, you just want to snap. You just want to make those tears roll out your face, right? And if that's how you feel, allow it to express. Allow all your emotions to express. Don't hold it back, let it express, right? In the end of the day, right? Failure teaches success. But the problem is about people. They will sit there and talk about, I have failed, but you're still alive. Means when you're still alive, does not mean that you ain't fully failed yet. Yes, you are aware of your errors. You're aware that you made errors. Yes, you're aware of your failures, but you still got time to turn the failure into success. Do you understand, my friend? This is what I'm trying to tell you. You see, law of attraction don't work when you want it to work. It's working all the time, rude boy. It's always working. Not when you think you want it to work. Even right now, it's working for you. Doesn't matter if you're a man, doesn't matter if you're a woman, doesn't matter if you're a child, doesn't matter what the hell you are. Doesn't matter if you're a reptile, doesn't matter if you're an alien, extraterrestrial, doesn't matter what the hell you are, what animal you are. You're attracting what you want. You're attracting what you are. You attract yourself. How is the 4 dimensions inside of you? Have no attachment. Have no expectation to outcome. Once you have an expectation to outcome of your outcome, don't come the way you want it. This is where you end up going from optimistic into pessimistic. Once you're pessimistic, everything around you looks negative. Everything looks like a natural catastrophe. It looks like a wreck. And then from that, you have to get back up. You understand? One must be a realist and to see everything for it is. To see the whole thing for what it is. See it for what it is. Because why? What it is what it is, because what it is what it is. I know many people hate that saying, but it's the truth. It's just what it is. All I'm saying to you, you always got the ability to make change. As long as you're alive and you're breathing, you can make change. If you've got time for misery, you've got time for joy. You've got time for hate, you've got time for love. Right? If you've got time to sit down, you've got time to get up and start moving. You've got time to talk, you've got time for action. You can do anything you want, anything you set your mind to, but it's just down to you to do it if you want to do it. You can sit there and waste your life. If you're young and you're only like 15 years old, 16, 17, 19, or like in your early 20s, yeah, you got all your life ahead of you. But trust me, once you start reaching an age when you're like in your 30s, you start to climb to your mid 30s, you start to get to your late 30s, because that's when you start questioning yourself. How much people do I know that was always in jail? How much people I know from school that was always a troublemaker, always up to no good? When they went to jail, they had all that amount of life taken away from them, and they could have invested that into the right things. There's some of them that come out of jail learn that lesson, and some of them that come out of jail that do not learn that lesson, and they keep making that same mistake until they got no life left. And when they realize they ain't got no life left, right? Guess what happens? They start to feel a certain way. But remember one thing: life is your making, right? It's your making. You're the one that makes your life the way you make it. Remember, karma means what? Action. Life is your making. So unfortunately, the way how things go and the way how things are, right? Because it's your doing, it's your making. You could have did anything you wanted to. You could have easily made your life the best that you wanted to, and get to the place where you could have been loving, you could have been caring, you could have been joyful. You could have had everything you want in this life. But then again, you're the one who put yourself in that predicament where this is where it is. Do you understand, my friend? So it's about time you look at it. Because remember, a soldier's only as good as his last mission, my friend. You need to understand that, right? Until you start training, until you start getting up and doing and testing yourself, you never know where your limit's going to be. You see, the problem is, the mindset that people have, they end up putting limits on themselves. They very easily like to put those limiters on and say, this ain't possible, this can't be done. Why is this going to work? You already limit yourself, but you do not even understand your true potential or your true limits until you actually go do it, right? You're already putting yourself down before you even tried to just get yourself somewhere. You see? Take a look at me, right? I am Jamaican, born in England, right? I know there's so much things in this world I have to face. I know there's racism, I know there's this discrimination, right? I know there's all these things in the world, and all these powers and all these things against man, right? But as long as I don't nurture that seed, right, and allow it to grow and become a tree, then I ain't gonna have no problems. It's not to nurture the seed that they plant. Once you identify with the thing, what they say that you are, in a bad way, it's not gonna benefit you. It's to turn around and say, no, I am a good man. No, I do my own thing. I enjoy my life, and I'm good to go. That's it. That's it. That's it. You gotta be able to do what you gotta do. Not everyone's gonna throw the ball that you can hit. It's down to you if you can hit the ball or not. Right? Not everyone's going to be joyful, right? Not everyone's going to pray for your success in this world, right? Not everyone's going to hold you and say you're okay. You live in a world where people just dash you left and right. They'll just let go of you right now, and you'll just be going down to the bottom of the ocean, sinking to the bottom of the ocean, right? Adios. So in other words, it's down to you. What can you do, my friend? It's about time you act and make a change in your life right now, right? Stop sitting there and focusing all the negativity, because it's never going to help you, my friend. Because remember that every second, that every minute, that every hour, that every day, that every week, that every month that you see right now, right? That's one step closer that we have left of being alive in this world. Do you understand, my friend? So it's all about getting ourselves to the right place and doing the things that gets us where we want to be. For me, don't I want to see myself in that Nissan Skyline R35 one day, that Toyota Supra one day, that Mitsubishi Evo one day, right? That Subaru Impreza one day. Of course I want to see myself in that one day. Obviously, I want to see myself going for that one day. Of course, I want to have that experience. Don't I want to see myself on my dream bike, on my Specialized Demo 8? Of course I do. Santa Cruz V10. But until we put ourselves in that place where we're trapped in what we are, we're never going to have nothing in life.